Jmix here, and I want all my YouTube subs and viewers to know that on September 16th, legendary West Coast hip-hop artist Big Trey Deee has released his long-awaited solo album, T3C, The Third Coming. From track 1 to the outro on track 18, this album is a verified banger. It also has some surprise guests such as Snoop Dogg, DJ Quick, Prodigy, Exhibit, Cocaine, The Outlaws, Superfly, and Goldie Lowe. You can get your copy today by going to Amazon.com and searching Big Trey Deee, The Third Coming, or T3C, or you can check it out on iTunes. The link is going to be down in the description. I want all my YouTube subs to support that real West Coast sound with Big Trey Dee's The Third Coming. It's out now, folks, so get your copy today.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
What led to the guest appearances on soundtracks such as, The Thin Line Between Love and Hate, Way Too Major from Gang Related, and you're even on the Dogfather album. Now, you're hanging with those guys. You're around them so much. Why do you feel that you were not offered a deal or it was not talked about? Do you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, I do, because, I had been locked up with a lot of the security guards who were there with Suge, and they knew my resume, so to speak. And they told Suge, no, that guy right there, he's a real one of their real homeboys. So, I think the business that Suge had in mind to do with people at that time kind of like made him decide that, it wouldn't be a good idea to begin that kind of relationship with me because, I don't think I would have sat up and, just have all my publishing and all that without really it being an issue. So I think that was the reason.
Well, speaking of Suge, what was your first impression of the guy, and is he the big bad wolf that everybody makes him out to be?
Not at all, man. My first impression of Suge was that he was a massive guy with a hard exterior, a necessary hard exterior, but he was really he's really a likable, fun-loving guy on the inside. But he was put in a position to where he had to push that line and make those moves happen to really get us to where we needed to be as far as hip-hop prominence on the West Coast. I think he had a vision, but I think within that vision that he had visions of self-grandeur as well, which detracted him from having something that could have probably been the greatest thing ever in music to the dilemmas and things that he's going through right now.
Do you mind if I ask you a couple Death Row questions?
Not at all.
All right, I appreciate it, man. I talked to a lot of people that have worked there, and they say that there were kind of two different camps at Death Row. You had Suge's people and Dog Pound, and that there was kind of a noticeable separation of the camps. Does this statement have any validity in your experience, and were there any tensions between the two camps?
Well, yeah, it has validity. It has validity. And I can say that you could definitely notice the separation of the camps. However, when it was business to be handled and, gatherings to be attended and things of that nature, it was like, you had to really be a G to be around to be around that environment because, you know, it would be a whole lot of, you know, innuendos dropped and, you know, hints of disrespect depending on your level of respect and how you take it and how you respond to it. You know, I remember a particular dice game that we had at Jack the Rapper when me and Big Y became friends. He was from the Young Soldiers then. Big Y, actually, he's from the Relatives, the group of Relatives now, him and Sugar Booger. But we was in a big dice game. It was probably about like 12, 13 blood. You know, me, Big C-Style was in there. Big C-Style was going to have a fight with one young guy who was kind of like running off at the mouth. And, you know, they squashed it. You know, his people was like, nah, you know, he ain't, you know, he kind of like going overboard. Let us talk to him. Let us handle it. Because C-Style was really ready to get busy. You know what I'm saying? All respect due. I don't put no extras on nobody's G hand. But it you know, it got tense real quick. And so they squashed it. And I was shooting dice next to Big Y, and he was like, you know, bet I 6-8, blood, bet I 6-8, blood, bet I pick, bet I straight pick. You know, and saying the word, the B word for the C word. And I looked over at him, and he just cracked a quick smile, and then, you know, kept on with it. I said, okay, I see you with me. All right, so I went into my crip lingo, and, you know, we got real cool after that point because he seen, you know, a buster, as we call him, you know what I'm saying, would be intimidated by being around so many of the opposition per se, you know, with the mentality that they are the opposition, you know, and not just a crew that we was all moving with. See, we didn't think like that. Like I said at the outset, it was the crew we was moving with. When we was moving with Pac and, you know, MC Hammer and, you know, whoever it was, you know what I'm saying? Whoever came out to parlay with Suge and the Dog Pound and Snoop, then that's how we moved. You know what I mean? We was moving as a unit to accomplish whatever mission that we was on, and it was like whatever came in opposition to us, we was facing it as a team. So no, it wasn't animosity like that, you know. But you could tell the difference.
Now, for the last 15, 20 years, one of the biggest things that people talk about when they talk about Death Row Records in that whole era are artist punishments or Suge treating Star a certain way. Those are his words. Did you ever see anybody act out of place at Death Row Records and get dealt with?
No, I never actually seen that for myself. Not at all. I didn't.
No doubt, and I'm not trying to get you to speak on anybody, but I would.
No, I didn't. I didn't. If I did, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I remember, you know, Baby John got beat down for some bullshit he did at Whoopie Whoop Whoop. You know what I mean? I would just put nobody on just dumb blast like that if they was cool, but if it was just an incident that, you know, that people already understood what it was and how it was present in, I wouldn't have no problem speaking on it. But, you know, seriously, as it stands now, I can't call nobody, you know, getting dealt with. I remember they tried to snatch Warren G's chain in there. They tried to take Warren G's G-Funk chain. You know, they a couple of guys that snatched it off his neck and, you know, thought that was going to be the end of it, you know, which, of course, it wasn't. You know, it was like, you know, and C-Style was the one who put us up on what was going down and, like, you know, I'm finna go in here and this was happening and, you know, if it go down, homie, y'all know what it is. So, no, Big C-Style was really pushing the hard line for the Dog Pound and all that. He was until I came on with him, he was pretty much the main line pusher over there. You know what I mean? And, you know, I can't do nothing but give him all the props that he deserved for, you know, for holding that position there.
No doubt. Warren G got his chain back too, didn't he?
Of course he did. We wouldn't have left there unless he got his chain back. We don't get down like that. Shit, we don't get down like that. No.
Yeah.